guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your number one source for all things films and movies. And today we wanted to take a look at some of the best deleted scenes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, there's a ton of deleted scenes between all of the movies that have released, so today we decided to put together a list of some of our personal favorites. It's in no particular order, but these are clearly some of the greatest deleted scenes from the MCU. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Agent Romanoff, you miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
First up, this one's a pretty recent one coming out of Spider-Man Far From Home, but it actually is this very short clip of Peter and MJ on the plane towards the end of the film after they kind of started dating. It's just kind of a very unique scene as it underlines kind of the relationship of these two characters growing more than what we actually got to see on scenes or in the scenes, but it's still a pretty good clip. Here's that clip. Next up, we have a clip from Infinity War with the Guardians of the Galaxy right after Gamora gets kidnapped by Thanos, and it's just this really entertaining interaction, and it's perfectly aligned with kind of just the style that the Guardians of the Galaxy had and the chemistry that they have with a lot of the great comedic timing. And this scene actually is possibly one of the funniest on this list, and we really wish it did make it into the final scene of the movie or the final version of the movie, but at the same time, at least we did get to see a version of this scene released in the deleted scenes. Here's the clip.
Turn it back on!
No! Turn it back on. Can't keep listening to the same song again and again and again!
I told you. When I'm screwed up, man, I gotta get back in the groove. Specifically the New York groove. Give me my Zoom.
No.
Give me the Zoom. Give it.
The man who sings a song is a degenerate!
I will not sit here and allow you to malign Ace freely. Give me the Zoom.
Then we're going all the way back to Iron Man 2 to the alternate intro that came out when this film released in DVD. And while the intro to Iron Man 2 is pretty short, snappy, and has a lot of fireworks, this version instead kind of shows Tony Stark as a hot mess, and he's honestly just falling apart, but fortunately Pepper Potts is there, and it kind of builds up that dynamic between those two characters, and we just really like to see this interaction as we think this scene is really good.
I'm serious. Give me a little space. I can't.
Get up.
Oh, God. I can't go through with it. I'm telling you.
We don't have time for this. We have to go.
Oh, God, you don't want to see that. Oh. Where am I? Do I look weird?
Yeah, you look like you look every day. You look like you have a hangover.
Next, we're going to Thor Ragnarok, where we have this great scene between Bruce Banner and Thor when they're on the ship, and they just have this banter back and forth where Thor is feeling down on himself because he doesn't have his hammer, and Bruce is trying to help him out, and it's just this really great scene that obviously would have dragged on too long in the actual film, but it's great nonetheless.
I'm trying to focus.
Really? Well, don't my dad said to me just before I died?
No.
Me either, because I wasn't there. I was too busy obsessing on my gamma ray experiments. I missed my own father's death because I was focusing on my destiny.
But I didn't miss my father's death because he was murdered right in front of me by my sister, whom I didn't even know existed because she was kept a secret from me my whole life.
Then we're going to Captain America Civil War, where we have this quick interaction with the shield when everyone is fighting at the airport, and we see Bucky throw the shield back, and then we see the Falcon fly in and give the shield back to Captain America, and Bucky makes the comment, "I need to get myself one of those." And this scene was really cool because while it is kind of foreshadowing to something, or would allow fans to think that something different was coming as to who would be Captain America one day to take over the mantle. They probably cut it because they decided to go a different route and have Sam Wilson take on the role, so they cut out the line so it didn't look like it was foreshadowing, but it's still a neat scene nonetheless.
Save. I gotta get me one of those.
Then there's this alternate version of the post-credit scene from Iron Man 1, which is a really big deal because this isn't a version we had seen until just recently with the announcement of the entire Avengers Infinity Saga being released, but it's an alternate version where Nick Fury references Wolverine and Spider-Man way back in the first Iron Man movie.
As if gamma accidents, radioactive bug bites, and assorted mutants weren't enough. I have to deal with a spoiled brat who doesn't play well with others and wants to keep all his toys to himself.
Who the hell are you?
Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.
Well, what are we avenging?
Whatever the hell we want.
Next, we have this scene from the Incredible Hulk movie way back in 2008, and it was another alternate opening, which actually shows Bruce Banner as the Incredible Hulk trying to commit suicide. Now, it would be a really dark intro had they decided to go with this route, but it also has a slight nod to Captain America, as if you slow it down slowly, you can actually see Captain America's shield in the ice when there's this big explosion, and it's kind of an interesting Easter egg because this film was before Captain America came out. Next up, we have this scene from Avengers Age of Ultron, which actually is a deleted fight sequence between Vision and the rest of the Avengers that happens right after Vision is birthed. Now, this one was probably taken out because they wanted Vision to be portrayed as more of a hero character, and having this fight sequence right after being introduced to him would lead a lot of people to maybe doubt this character, so they cut it out, but it's still an interesting scene to watch nonetheless. Then cutting to the very first Avengers movie, there was actually this really long deleted sequence of scenes following a waitress in New York during the attack. It really kind of dives into the chaos and catastrophe that was going on to a regular person, but unfortunately because of time constraints they cut this whole sequence out, but it was a really interesting sequence. Here's a couple of clips from that. And finally, we have this recent deleted scene from Avengers Endgame, which has everyone talking about the initial attack in New York and how long they were fighting. And we kind of just get this smug remark from Rocket about them taking so long to fight against the Chitauri.
How long did you fight these guys?
About, two or 3 hours.
Hours? The Chitauri, the suckiest army in the galaxy. Why didn't you just blow up the mothership?
We didn't know that was a thing.
You didn't know that was a thing! Everyone knows! Hey!
Alright guys, which of these deleted scenes were your favorite? Which one takes them all if you had to pick one deleted scene? Did we miss one of your favorites? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.